Welcome to AmA Media. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you like what you see. Thank you and much love.
So sit back, relax, kick your feet up, and most of all enjoy. Much love.
Legba is one of the most important Loas in Haitian voodoo. He is the first to be mentioned in a service so that he can open the gates to the spirit world, making communication with other Loa possible. No Loa dares to show himself without Legba's permission. He controls the crossing from one world to another. Legba is known to hold the key to the spirit world, and for this reason he is identified with the Christian Saint Peter. He is a small, crooked, sweet old man who uses a small pipe with little tobacco, and he carries bits of food in his makout bag. He has wounds on his body, and when he mounts someone, the limbs of the person are twisted, and it is terrible to see. Kalfu Carrefour. Legba is connected to his Petro Kalfu, who also controls the crossing. If he had not been there, the world would be more rational, a better place. But unlike Pandora in Greek religion and myth, Kalfu controls the evil forces of the spirit world. He allows the passage of bad luck, willful destruction, misfortune, and injustice. Kalfu controls the intermediate points of the crossroads, the points that are not in the middle. Legba controls the intermediate parts of the crossroads, the parts that are not in the middle. Legba controls the positive spirits of the day. Kalfu controls the evil spirits of the night. When Kalfu mounts a person, everyone at the service will stop talking, for he is bringing evil into the ceremony. He claims that most of the important Loas know him, and that he works with them. Kalfu says that some people claim that he is a demon, but he denies this. He is a respected Loa, although he is not well-liked, and he is a grand master of charms and sorcery, and closely associated with black magic. Gede is a magnificent figure in black, and is charged with the management of the eternal crossroads through which all must pass at some time, the passage from life to death. His symbol is the cross on a grave. Gede is to the underworld, or the afterlife, what Legba is to life. He who controls the entrance. Gede is also the spirit of eroticism, which is more than good and evil, because it is inevitable. Gede is not pleased with eroticism, and certainly not ashamed by it. He is amused by the universal presence of eroticism, and the constant need for man to pretend that it is something other than what it is. When Gede mounts someone, he often chooses people who pretend to be aloof from eroticism. He mocks their shyness and exposes them in more ways than one. He is particularly hard on whites, because they often maintain the puritanical sexual attitudes of Western culture. As a Loa of sexuality, he falls in love with women, constantly uses obscene words and songs, and performs immoral dances. When a person is seized by Gede, he is dressed in a black coat, top hat, and sunglasses. Gede then performs the Banda dance, a twirling dance in which one imitates the movements of copulation. Gede is a clown, an interrupter, a coarse fellow. He has much love for his appearance, always makes you laugh and have fun, loves to sing and dance, but much of it is obscene. He likes cigarettes and often smokes 2 at a time. He is neither good nor evil, but amused by people, and that is why he makes so many jokes. He is usually the last to appear at a ceremony. Gede is also often called Baron Samedi. In this aspect, he is death. He is the keeper of the cemetery and the primary contact with the dead. Anyone who would like to contact the dead must first ask Gede/Baron Samedi in the same way that Legba is contacted across over into the spirit world. He is the Loa of death and resurrection, but he is also history. As the keeper of the cemetery, he has close contact with the dead. He knows what their plans were, what is going on in families, what the connections of things are, and is very generous with his information, even when he is playing the fool or doing one of his erotic antics. If one can pull him aside and ask him a serious question, he will give a serious and trustworthy answer. One of his other great powers is, as the protector of children, he does not like to see children die. They need to live a full life. So, he is the Loa to go to when you need help for a sick child. He has the power over zombies and decides whether people can be turned into animals. Finally, because Gede is the Lord of Death, he is also the last resort for healing, because he must decide whether to accept the sick into death or allow them to recover. A Zaka or Zike. Zaka is a gentle, simple farmer, and much respected by the farmers because he, like them, is a hard worker. He is usually barefoot, carries a makut sack, and wears a straw hat. He is addressed as cousin, and by nature suspicious, out for advantage, fond of bickering, and has a fear and hatred of city people. His vocal utterances consist of almost incomprehensible goat sounds. He is known for the gossip he spreads and for his love of girls. He is young and likes to play when he is not working. Zaka, the Loa of agriculture, is commonly known as the brother of Gede. For this reason, Gede often goes to the ceremonies for Zaka when he sees someone. Zaka manages the fields. Unlike the farmers, he is very watchful and has an eye for detail. He notices how and in what way people treat each other, who flirts with whom, who says what to whom, etc. When he mounts someone, he often reveals all the local gossip to the shame and amusement of all. There are interesting similarities between the refined Gede and the more clumsy Zaka, as if a younger, less refined brother imitates a safer older brother. Like Gede, Zaka loves his food. However, unlike Gede, he is rude and voracious in his eating habits, often running away to hide his food and eating it quickly. Dumbala Wedo Dumbala, known as the snake, he is one of the most popular Loas. Dumbala is benevolent, innocent, a loving father. He is a good communicator, as if his wisdom is distant to us. Dumbala is a snake. He plunges into a pool of water that has been built for him or climbs a tree. Again, like the snake, he is rather silent, but a loving, calm presence. He has no precise messages to communicate, but seems to be a reassuring presence, sending a general spirit of optimism to all present. When Dumbala mounts someone, the special offering to him is the egg, which he crushes with his teeth. He and his wife, Idawedo, are often depicted as two serpents. People seized by him stick their tongues in and out, slither along the ground and climb trees or roof beams, and fall like a boa. He is known to whisper, for he has no speech, and he is a bringer of rain, a necessity for a good harvest. Idawedo. The female counterpart of Dumbala, his consort, is Ida. She is the rainbow. Together they are the united forces of human sexuality. Agui/Agu, sovereign of the sea. Under his jurisdiction are not only the flora and fauna of the sea, but all ships that sail on the sea. His symbols are small boats, brightly colored oars and shells. He is fond of military uniforms and gunfire. The service for Agui is very different from others because it involves the sea itself. A boat is prepared with all the Agui favorite foods, including champagne. This boat is then floated over the area where it is believed that the sacred underwater world exists. If the boat sinks, Agui has accepted the sacrifice, and the water will protect the interests of those who prepared the sacrifice. If the boat floats back to shore, the sacrifice has been refused, and another form of sacrifice for Agui should be devised. Agui is one of the three men of Urzali. Ogaun. Ogaun is a traditional warrior in the Daimian religion. He is quite similar to the god Zeus in the Greek religion/mythology. As such, Ogaun is powerful, forceful, and triumphant. In more recent times, Ogaun has taken on a new face, which is not entirely related to his African roots. This is the cunning and powerful political leader. This political warrior refers to the place where the struggle is raging in Haiti today. He gives power through prophecy and magic. It is Ogaun who is said to have planted the idea and given guidance and power to the slaves of the revolution and the resulting freedom of 1804. He is now called to help the people obtain a government that is more responsible to their needs. Ogaun mounts people in the various aspects of his character, and the people are well acquainted with each of them. Some of these aspects are Ogaun the Wounded Warrior. Here he takes the form of a Christ figure that the people know well from their Christian associations. As Ogaun Fairy, he gives strength to those present at a ceremony by striking them on the thighs or back. As Ogaun Badagris, he is able to lift a person up and carry them to give his special attention and protection. In all aspects of Ogaun, the dominant theme is power and militancy. His ascent can sometimes be violent. Those who are seized by him are known to wash their hands in flaming rum without suffering afterwards. They dress in red, brandish a saber or machete, chew a cigar, and ask for rum in an old expression Gren Mufret. My testicles are cold. Often this rum is poured on the ground, then lit, and the fumes permeate the colonnade. The sword, or more generally, The machete is his weapon, and he often does strange feats by pricking himself with it or even sticking the handle in ground, and then sitting on the blade without damaging his skin. Ogown is identified with Saint Jacques, the supreme warrior, and often expresses himself in the form of a revolutionary general.
Thanks for watching this video. I hope you come back soon. So till the next time, much love.